This is the bizarre history of Helltown, USA. It was 1974 when in Helltown, the government came and started seizing their homes for the National Conservation Project. At the time, Gerald R. Ford claimed they wanted to make it a sanctuary. Immediately after seizing the homes, the government just boarded up the doors and windows and left them vacant, never turning it into a national conservation. Shortly after seizing the homes, Helltown, also known as Boston, Ohio, the government built an underground bunker and began doing human experiments. Then, on one dreary day in 1975, alarms began to sound in Helltown and the surrounding areas. Evacuate. Many speculate an experiment gone wrong got loose. Somehow it got out the 3-foot thick steel door you see here. Whatever it was, they had trouble catching it. So that night they took 3 unsuspecting volunteers. They told them they were running a military reaction time experiment. That when they need rescued, just shoot off the flare and we'll be there. They quickly realized this was no drill, too. The Bizarre Stories of Helltown, USA, Part 2. They shot up a flare and it lit up the whole woods as it slowly fell from the sky. The group stands there in silence as they wait and listen for choppers or rescue vehicles. Nothing, just silence. Then they hear a branch break. Each of them quickly, shh, hear that? Listen. Then, as quickly as that branch broke, they heard a commotion behind them. What was that? Said one of the crew. I don't know, another response. Shoot your flare. Each of them being armed with one flare, they pop another one off. That's when they caught a glimpse of something. Did you see that? They said. What was that? I don't know, the others proclaimed. Something isn't right here. We gotta get out of here. A third member of the crew shot off their flare, and that's when they saw it. A creature with red glowing eyes and blood all over him. He had fangs for teeth and squatted and crawled very quickly. The creature just sat there smiling as the other flare lowered to the ground. All of a sudden, you hear one of the group members as if they got punched in the gut. They shot off their final flare. That's when they saw their friend. This is the legend of Helltown, USA, Part 3. As a flare lights up the area, they see their friend hanging in the tree, barely breathing, with a branch stuck through his chest. The only female in the group lets out an ear-piercing shriek. Then, they hear a commotion up in the trees. They look up, and there it is. As if the scream disoriented it, it shook its head. And as the flare continued falling, the dark was coming with it. That's when the beast, as if intelligent, looked at him and smiled. No, please no, the girl is crying. I'm so scared. One of the guys say, what the fuck is that thing? No sooner did he say that, all you could see was silhouettes. Suddenly, you can hear the beast scamper down the tree at abnormally fast speeds. It hits the ground, starts running on all fours, and swoops up another one. As he gurgles and grunts, you can hear the life leaving him. They could hear the beast eating their friend. And as if satisfied for the moment, he let them go. 4. This is the legend of Helltown, Part 4. The two run off and eventually come upon a church. As they approach this church, it looks eerie. It has upside-down crosses all over it and satanic symbols. It is even believed that at one time, a cult held satanic rituals there. They have nowhere else to go, so they bail in the church, because they figure the Wendigo is fast on their tail. They have superhuman strength and a keen sense of smell. When they get on all fours and run, they cruise. They're being as quiet as they can, when all of a sudden, thud! They hear something land on the roof. They hear the beast climbing all up and down the walls using his sense of smell. Then, the noise stops. Pure silence. The dude whispers, hey, why are you holding on to my ankle? She said, I'm not. Then suddenly, he gets jerked into the darkness, screaming the whole way, no! Then his screaming just stops. The beast looks up at the girl, she lets out a loud shriek. It rings the beast's bell and gives her a chance to get away. 5. Legend of Helltown, Part 5. As she's running away from the church, she can hear them. Like music to her ears, salvation. By this time, the sun had just cracked over the horizon. As the girl's getting the hell out of there, the beast hears the chopper as well and takes off. As it's running through the woods about 40 miles an hour, the chopper follows it.
Whiskey, this is Foxtrot. Subject is on the ground. Permission to fire. Foxtrot, permission granted.
They start firing rockets all over the place, blowing up around the beast as he's running. When finally one hits and the beast goes flying in the air, they fire another one and it's a direct hit. Everybody hoots and hollers. All the while, the girl's just getting the hell out of town, and she's free. The Wendigo's body was believed to be incinerated when the rockets hit it. But little do they know, right before the rocket hit, the Wendigo slithers into an old sewer culvert. As he crawls down it on all fours, the cannibalistic creature can't help but crave his next meal.